Hey there everyone, it's Marie here from Nicole Designs and welcome back to my channel. I am opening up the Spellbinders Club Kit for the month of April, and this one's really fun. This is their picket fence kit. You get these dies that you can cut out little picket fence and some flowers, and I'm going to show you those dies later in the video and how it looks when you cut them out. So here's that little die set. You get a little die set in every card kit from Spellbinder. So each month you get a new little die set. You also get a variety of stickers and papers and all the fun things. So that was some chipboard stickers that I just showed you. You get a little packet of sequins. You always get blank cards and the envelopes that you can decorate on. A little bit of adhesive. This kit also has some of these die cuts here, and some of them even have some foiling on them. So I really love that you have lots of images ready to go on cards. A lot of times when I'm creating with my kits, I like to take a little dish and just drop all of these little pieces in there so I can kind of rummage through and find some fun little images to put on my cards. And it just makes it feel pretty on my desk, and I love it. I love these card kits every week, or every month, excuse me. But here's a look at all of the little things that are in that little die kit package there. Flowers, there are lots of coffee little cups in here, little people and houses if you want to make a little neighborhood scene. So lots of fun things in this kit. There's a stamp set here with some fun sentiments and that little house that is so cute. You could stamp a row of those and color them in and have a little neighborhood. They've also got some of these puffy stickers that are lots of fun little scripty words that you can pop onto scrapbook pages or cards or any kind of paper crafting project that you're working on. Now, in the kits, they also send you some 6x6 pattern paper. This is perfect sizes for your cards. The 12x12 paper have larger patterns, but the 6x6 is smaller, and it's a really great format for cards. And there are some super fun prints in here. All of the flowers and neighborhood type themed things here. So I made a few welcome to the neighborhood type cards in today's kit, and I'm going to walk you through those later on in the video. First, I wanted to show you what's in the kit, then we'll get on to looking at the die set, and then we'll make a few cards together. Now, Spellbinders also throws in a variety of cardstocks with colors that coordinate with the theme of the box. So we have lots of fun colors here, and you get a piece of gold cardstock, which is my favorite because we always need some shiny gold on our projects. So here is the die set. Now we have that little picket fence. We've got some flowers that you can cut out leaves, the flowers, you can cut out the stems here. You can cut out some more of those fence post pieces and layer them on top of that fence if you want it to be a little bit more dimensional, or if you want to change up the colors. There's some branches here, and it's just a really fun and cute little set. Now I've used those dies to go ahead and cut out all the pieces. So you can see that little fence there. You can see my pink and yellow flowers, and they layer together so easily. So you've got these different flowers and these different pieces that you can just layer on top of each other and make a whole garden and put it behind your picket fence. Now I did go ahead and use the cardstock from the kit. We've got some of that dark green there, we've got some yellows and pinks, and I'm just layering them all together in different ways. So it's really easy to just layer all these flowers together, add a little bit of glue, and then you have a pretty little flower garden to stick on your cards. So I'm just putting some of these little tiny pieces together here. Just wanted to show you how to assemble them, and then I'm going to pop them on top of a card. Like I mentioned, this card kit gives you some plain card bases, so I always like to make my cards on those card bases and layer all the good things on top of it. So I've got some pattern paper here from the kit. I'm going to take that stamp set and just choose one of the sentiments. There are so many fun sentiments in this stamp set. There's the welcome to the neighborhood, which I'm going to use on this card, best neighbor ever, and lots of different neighborly type sentiments. So this is great if you have someone new moving into your neighborhood, or you want to give a housewarming gift or something. There's lots of welcoming sentiments there. I'm just popping this clear stamp sentiment onto a stamp block, grabbing my black ink, and I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to gently press it onto my paper to add my sentiment. I am stamping my sentiment first because it's easier to stamp it before I start layering all of my pieces on, in case those get in the way and it makes it harder to stamp. So if you know where you want to put your sentiment, it's a good idea to go ahead and stamp that out first before you layer everything else on top of it. Now with those foam pieces here, I am cutting them in half and I'm adding them to the back of my little picket fence. This is just so that foam adhesive fits behind those tiny pieces and I can pop that fence up and then layer some things behind it. I'm going to end up layering that house behind my fence and a few flowers, and it's just going to be a really simple and cute card kit. Now, I will have links down into the description box of all of the things that I'm using today. I'll have a link to where you can go to grab a card kit if you want it. Spellbinders does have a lot of monthly subscriptions. The card kit is one subscription that you get every month, but they also have clear stamp subscriptions. They have die set subscriptions. They even have foiling glimmer plate subscriptions, and all of their subscriptions are fantastic. They've got lots of fun things that can be delivered right to you every month. So I've been featuring the card kits this year for every month, and I'm really enjoying it. It's fun to open up those kits and just see all the goodies that are packed in there and just go ahead and create. So you can create a ton of cards with these kits. Most of the time I have a lot left over, and you can save them for future projects. You can use it all up if you want to, because you know you're getting another kit in the mail in the next coming month. So lots of fun options there. Now I'm adding some of my little die cut flowers around the sides of my house, and I did speed this up just a little bit because it's just a lot of placing and gluing of all of these little pieces. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to layer everything together. I've got that little house there with the flowers layered around it, and it's just fun to create with. I'm using my Barely Art glue, and you can get that at Spellbinders as well. I love this glue because it works great with paper crafting, and it's got that fine tip so that you can put just a little bit of glue on, and if you have tiny die cut pieces like I'm working with here, you can just put a little dot of glue on those tiny pieces, and it's going to stay right where you put it. I've also never had an issue with this glue clogging. As long as I keep that pin in the nozzle, it kind of helps everything to flow well, and never had any clogging issues with this Barely Art glue. So it's been a really great paper crafting glue on my desk. So I've got my front of my card all decorated with all the pretty things. I'm putting some glue on the back side, and I'm just going to glue this down onto one of those blank card bases that come from the kit. And you can see how easy it is to create a card using all the things in this kit. Now I'm also going to make 2 more cards after this one, so stay tuned if you wanted to see a few more ideas on how to use the kit and all the goodies inside to make some more cards. But honestly, the possibilities are endless. There are so many supplies in this kit that will keep you crafting for days, or at least one day, if you really want to use everything right at once. So there is card number 1. We're going to move on to the next card. Just giving you a little beauty shot here of the card we created. It just gives me cozy vibes, so I needed a cup of coffee with that. So now we're moving on to card number 2, and I loved this pattern on this paper from the kit. It just is really pretty. I love the colors with it, so I was inspired to use this paper for my card number 2. I'm mounting it on some of that dark green cardstock that also comes in the kit, and giving it a little bit of a matting layer around the edges, and then I am going to go ahead and mount all of this onto my blank card base. So I've got 3 layers going on already, but I love that Spellbinders gives you all the coordinating cardstock with all of the colors of the kit. They really do a great job of making sure all the colors coordinate in their kits. So you don't have to like worry too much about finding a piece of cardstock in your stash that fits, because it's all right there for you. I'm just centering this cardstock on my card base and I'm just adhering it down. I used some of that tape adhesive from the kit, and now I'm layering on some of my pretty elements from the kit. These are those die cut pieces. I found a few trees, which would be fun if you wanted to make a little neighborhood. Put some trees in a row, put some houses around it. I'm doing sort of something similar to that on this card, but with this really fun pattern paper in the background. So I'm layering on these 3 trees, the larger one in the middle, the smaller ones on the sides, using my Barely Art glue again, and just kind of eyeballing where I want them to go. Now this card is going to say welcome neighbor, so I put 2 houses together just to kind of, you know, show that neighborly love here. I've got one of these is a chipboard sticker, but I've also added a little bit more glue to it, and one of them is a die cut piece, so they're both really fun. One of them's popping up a little bit more than the other, but I love that they have that matching blue and yellow door, so I picked both of those houses because they match. And I'm taking some of these sentiments, which are a die cut piece from that package of die cuts, and I'm just adding them right below the houses. So that welcome there is popped up on some foam adhesive, and this neighbor sentiment, I'm going to put some glue on it and stick it right under our welcome, and that's going to create our welcome neighbor sentiment. And that's really it for this card. I did go ahead and add some sequins around to give it a little bit of sparkle and extra funness, but that was it for that card. So that one's also a very simple one. Now for card number 3, I saw this big pink coffee cup and I had to do something coffee themed. I thought it was so stinking cute. So I'm taking some of that pink cardstock. Again, it matches perfectly with the other colors in the kit, and I'm using that as my matting layer behind this pattern paper that I'm using for this card. I'm using the green paper with white hearts on it for my pattern, and I thought that went well with the heart on the coffee cup, and I just love all these colors together. It's just such a fun, cozy vibe in this kit this month. So I'm just layering those together. I'm going to pop this layer onto a blank card base as well, and then stick my coffee cup on top of my card using some foam adhesive from the kit. Now this one is, again, a very simple card. I put my coffee cup down there. I kind of eyeballed where I wanted it to go, and then I glued down that cluster of flowers that's already on my paper. So I wanted those flowers behind, so I just kind of eyeballed where I wanted my coffee cup to go, glued down those flowers, and now I'm layering my other elements all around it. I've got that coffee cup popped up on foam adhesive, and I'm going to stick a few more flowers around my cup. So after I've got all of my flowers stuck down, I just took one of those little puffy sticker sentiments and I'm adding it to my coffee cup. This one says, "Dear friend," and so this is just a really sweet, simple card that you can give to a friend for any occasion, or, you know, if you want to go have some coffee together, give it to them for that too. I think it's just really fun and sweet to create with all of these things. So if you enjoyed today's video and a first look at what is in the Spellbinders card kit for the month of April, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, and do all the things so you never miss another video from me. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day. Bye.